Hello everyone, my name is Kimberly Grace. Welcome back or welcome to my mini podcast series, Kimberly's Life. It is Wednesday, so you know what that means. It is another mini podcast episode for you guys. This is episode 6, and today's topic and title is wisdom and how that relates to politics. I have my little note section here so that I could be as on track as possible. So first, let's talk about what is wisdom. Okay, I have the direct thing from Google. The definition is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment, and the quality of being wise. Yes, you will get wisdom from experience. That is not obviously the only or the most important way that you will acquire wisdom. It's just not. Okay? Knowledge. Let's define what knowledge is. There's actually two meanings, and that is acts, informations, and skills acquired by a person through experience or education, the theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. The second definition of this is awareness or familiarity gained by experience of a fact or situation. And let's talk about good judgment, okay? Because there's judgment, but there's also good judgment. So how do we know the difference? Good judgment is the ability to make well-informed decisions or form an opinion by considering all facts, relevant knowledge, and personal qualities. Okay, before I get into more about good judgment, the reason I think that this relates to politics is the fact that a lot of people seem to not make well-informed decisions when it comes to voting. I am not going to say who I am voting for. I am not going to say anything more than just saying you guys should absolutely vote. If you have the right to vote, you should absolutely vote. Okay? If you want to vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, I believe that's how you say her name. I do apologize if that is incorrect. I think you should be able to vote for whoever you think best aligns with your views on politics and who has the best policies, who has the best, likeliness to match up with your own views. And I think it's so crazy when people are telling you just to vote for a certain person based on arbitrary things. Moving on. Good judgment. Is it subjective or objective? Good judgment can either be subjective or objective depending on the context and the person making the judgment. Okay, so let's talk about subjective versus objective. Subjective judgment is based on personal opinions, feelings, interpretations, and perspectives. For example, whether a cigarette tastes good or bad is a subjective judgment. Objective is based on facts and independent of personal interests. For example, an objective courtroom judge has no reason to favor the defendant or the plaintiff. Okay, so why is it important to dive into whether something is subjective or objective? Is because good judgment is both when it relates to politics. Because obviously you're going to have the subjective thing where you're like, this person is, aligning with what I truly believe in my heart, and beliefs are more so a personal opinion of yours that you fully believe. Okay, facts are based on what they have done in the past or what they have planned to do. But even that can get muddied into the subjective category. And I think that it's important to look at the differences. So what I do when I'm trying to decide who I'm voting for, or if I'm just trying to decide anything, I try to take myself out of a situation first, look at the objective facts based on, in this case, politics and personnel, based on the person and what they objectively have done or have reason to believe that they will do, um, based on what they're saying that they're gonna do. And then afterwards, I kind of go based on, where are my beliefs? Where are my morals? What do I personally believe in full-heartedly? I would die for these beliefs. And which one of the two, assuming that you're going to vote for one of the two and not one of the independents, which I don't know if there's any independents running currently. I know that there was a few good options. I just don't know if they're still doing that or not. But anyway, based on the options that you have, you just kind of have to see where your views are, where your beliefs are, where your morals are, and then kind of see which person plays into that more, and then also to make a well-informed decision, going beyond your your feelings and going based off of facts of what they have at hand. And again, I do not care who you vote for. I'm not going to say, hey, you should vote for this person because I believe this about this person and I think this is right. And I'm not here to push my beliefs or politics on anyone. I am just simply saying that when it comes to politics, you should absolutely take the time to really dive in to each person, each option that you have, and see what best aligns with you as a person. That is all I am saying. Okay. The objectivity of a person can be increased by the way information and questions are presented, the answer options, the analysis, and the follow-up actions. Okay? So I'm telling you, it is crazy how many things are or how many people are just saying, hey, vote for this person because I think that this is what they are. And because that person who's saying that is famous, people are just like, oh yeah. And it doesn't matter which side, because I've seen it from both sides. I've seen them do that on both political parties. Whether you're Republican or Democrat or whatever, whoever you're voting for should be based on you and your beliefs, not what other people tell you are your beliefs. Okay? Good judgment is about making the best decision rather than relying on your own opinion. That is something that I personally believe, but again, it is kind of both. So how does all of this just tie in together? An objective fact is voting is important in this country. Okay? In this country, in the United States of America, it is important for the people who have the right to vote. And I absolutely believe that you should vote, and it is a fact that is an important part of this country. A subjective opinion is that you should be making decisions about voting based off of the wisdom that you have. Now, you absolutely can go into voting just saying, oh, well, I'm going to do this person because I feel like it, and not having any actual wisdom behind your voting. But like I said, I think that it is very important to have the wisdom and do that. And you can gain wisdom. You can easily make a few Google searches, and I would recommend not just clicking on the first thing that pops up, but going down, because usually when you're searching on Google, I've noticed this a lot recently, the first for 3 or whatever things that pop up are sponsored or ad or whatever, and so you have to kind of go down that, because those things are paid for. You don't want to grab the first thing that's instantly paid for, that's sponsored or advertising, because that is just the easy clicks and all that. But if you truly want to dive into your own research and to see what each person has to offer for this country, for each person having aligning with your beliefs, because I do think that both are important. I do think that you should look at the facts and also where are your morals lining, and then where can you find that middle ground between the two. Um, so yeah, I think that this was an important episode to make because voting is about to happen. Okay, it's in November. We're in October. It's literally a month away, and this is going to be a very, very, very important voting season. Okay, I'm saying this because a lot of people on both sides are having so many like powerful feelings about them that like it's getting muddied and crossed, and it's a crazy one. Okay, and I do think that no matter who wins the presidency, there is going to be chaos, and that is okay. It is okay for chaos to happen, but it is not okay for bad chaos to happen. Chaos isn't inherently bad, technically. It just means that there's like a lot going on. I genuinely believe that there is a way to go about voting that will be more respectful and peaceful. And that is truly what I would love to see from our country a lot more, is just a peaceful way of going about things. I understand when certain rights are threatened and all of that. Like, I totally, totally get that. So, again, yes, it is going to be a personal choice as to who you decide you want to vote for. I do not think, I gotta be choosy with my words here. I do not think that every single person who's planning on voting is planning on using wisdom to vote. I feel like there's a lot of people, and like I've said, I've seen both parts. Okay, I've seen both sides have influential people making videos and posting them, and then their followers are simply going to be agreeing with them. So let's say that there's a famous person, okay, and they're like, vote for Trump. Okay, this famous person has a fan base. The fan base who may or may not decide that they agree, but even if they, like, most of them are going to just see this famous person saying vote for Trump, and then they're all going to vote for Trump. Same thing will be another famous person will say vote for Harris, and then all of their fan base will be like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I think that that is a very again, trying to be choosy with my words here. I think that that is a very unethical way of like getting votes. I think that when parties are paying their like these influencers to say, hey, vote for so and so, that it is very bad. I think that that is an awful way about going into politics. But politics are generally pretty scummy, pretty scammy. Just, there's a lot of around politics. Okay, there really is. They will attack each other's personality. They'll attack each other's like thing. And I understand attacking the views in the sense of like, I truly believe this and I truly believe the opposite. And it's like, okay, well, obviously we're going to collide. But there's also a respectful way of going about it. I will simply say this. The vice president candidate, what is it called? Debate was way more peaceful and less childish than the presidential one, both of them. So that's already like showing a lot between like the people that are currently running for president. So there are good things and bad things about both sides. Don't shoot me, okay? Don't shoot me. I'm just saying. There are good things and bad things on both sides. Again, I am not going to be saying who I am voting for, and whoever I decide to vote for is my personal business. I just personally think that if you are going to vote for someone, you should not be voting on that person simply because your favorite TikToker or YouTuber or celebrity is voting for that person. But if that's how you want to vote, that is totally okay. You have the right to do that. You can vote for whoever, okay? But I just personally think that you should be using wisdom that you have or will have if you're planning on doing research into it to vote. Again, use your personal morals to kind of see where that leads you, and then also dive into the facts and see which each person has to offer, and then kind of see where those two things meet, and that will give you the candidate that you should vote for regardless. Okay, so that is what I personally have to say. I don't know how many people will see this, but even if just one person chooses to watch this video and take the advice is pretty simple. Get wisdom, use the wisdom to make your decision on who you should vote for in this 2024 presidential election. That is all I'm going to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry for how I look and sound. I am currently sick, but I really wanted to get this video filmed and edited, and I mean, I have a few days before I have to post it, but still. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to put my other two channels in the description if you want to go follow those or subscribe to those or whatever. Those will be down there. I post every Monday on my main channel, and I post just kind of whenever on my vlog channel. That's it. Bye.